Good evening.
I know you're gonna dig this.
It's a Friday. We gotta get down on Friday. What a long weekend we have had. You're on the scoop with your host, Mr. Ease, because we're keeping it way too easy for this ward. The time above me, it does say that it is 6 o'clock, so we all know what that means. Woo! It is a 6 o'clock afternoon drive with your host, Mr. Ease.
What? Whoa!
Certified fresh.
So for you today, we'll be discussing the farm killing of a young man in detention, which is uprising in the Free State. We have some skits by a brilliant young man called Spare, and we will leave it off with some sports news.
What? What?
Massive conflict emerged today at the bail hearing of the two suspects who were suspected to have killed a 21-year-old farm manager, Brandon Hornets, in the Free State Senegal. Here's your story.
Racial tensions are a ticking time bomb in Senegal. During and following the first appearance of the two accused in this magistrate court, a police van was overturned and burned. Court property was also vandalized. A fuming group of farmers demanded that Honameda accused be handed to them. Only one suspect is in police custody over the chaotic scenes that unfolded. 51-year-old Andre Pinar was arrested, charged with attempted murder, malicious damage to property, and public violence.
Standing in the middle of a side street with to the back of me a large group of EFF supporters, and at the other side of the street you've got a group of members of the so-called Commando Corps, who seem to be former soldiers in the old SA Defence Force, led by someone called Colonel Frans Jooster, claims that the Free State will again become a Boer Republic. The police have now separated the two groups, with the EFF on the other side chanting and singing and being very aggressive towards the group on the other side, who, it has to be said, seems to be very provocative, with old brown uniforms and staring at the EFF supporters. Tense times in Senegal.
Certified fresh.
Yes, he's a retired colonel from the South African Defence Force, I believe the old Civil Defence Force, if that's correct, sir. Please tell us why you've come here today.
I'm here to show solidarity with the farm murders and our people in general that's being murdered in this country. There's more than 60,000 people that's been murdered since 1994, when the world started. You know that the world started in 1994. Nothing happened before 1994. But we are here to show solidarity with those people. We are the Boers. We are a very proud nation. We are the white tribe of Africa. And we are here to show the people today. We're going to make our stand in this country. There's certain parts of this country that is our parts.
Certified fresh.
The story hits home. And the reason why I say that, as a young South African today, as a youth of South Africa, we are at war. And what I mean by war, it is a generational warfare that we found ourselves in. War with unemployment, war with crime, war with the killing of children and the rape of young girls, war with kidnapping, war with drugs. We are at war today. But Murder is murder. Brandon Hornet was a 21-year-old farm manager who was managing his father's farm. That is just a fact. Killing is not at all, have never been an answer. Murdering someone because of what you may not like about the system is never an answer. So here's my response to the killing of a 21-year-old farm manager who happened to be white. It is wrong. And those who are involved need to be held accountable. Because it is absolutely wrong. A child has been murdered. There's no difference between a girl who was murdered, stabbed 8 times, who was pregnant and raped. There is absolutely no difference. Because at the end of the day, our youth in this country are at war. A war of survival, regardless of which race you may be. But hey, I'm just a radio guy. Here's a man who deserves his own show. Because his clips are incredibly funny. It is the talk of the town, probably the talk of 2020. Here's Good Spice Pet.
It's read between the lines. I can be clumsy. I know. I know. But I'm trying. And in the past 6 months, I've been thinking about you. Like a lot. Like I've been thinking about you a lot. And you know, I kind of know what I want now.
But man, you deserve your own show. If DSTV doesn't give you your own show, I'm pretty sure Netflix will. Because man, your level of creativity is just remarkable. Man, keep pushing, keep creating amazing content. We applaud you, my good sir. On some other news. Which is sports news for today. The Springboks won't be defending their title due to the fact that they pulled out from the Rugby Championship 2020 because of the coronavirus recovery plan. Here's your news.
But it's effective and it counts for Jano
Schickling and Augustus. Well, let's have a look here.
Think with your heart, as most South African rugby supporters do. You know, we're all very disappointed that the decision was made not to take part in the championship. But if you think with your head, it's a totally different story. You know, for once, South African rugby has made a decision that really takes into consideration the player welfare.
That's the show for today. We want to send a special shout out to DJ Fresh. Happy birthday, my good sir. Guys, you are on the 6 o'clock afternoon drive with your host, Mr. E. We will see you next week, Monday. Same time, same place, 6 o'clock afternoon drive. Cheers, guys.
Certified fresh.
John